Hello everyone and welcome to the latest Tropical Atlantic Marine Weather Briefing. My name is Sandy Delgado, I'm a forecaster here at the National Hurricane Center. And the good news, let's start with the good news. There are no warnings or gales in the Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea, and the Southwest North Atlantic. We're going to start the week with an enhanced area of fresh to strong easterly winds affecting the waters north of the Caribbean Sea and the Bahamas. Also, we have this frontal boundary, and behind it, we have a large area of a strong to near gale force winds behind the boundary, and that's sustaining basically a large area of rough to very rough seas affecting the southwest North Atlantic and also the central Atlantic. By Tuesday, we have that the frontal boundary has moved further to the south. However, we still have some strong winds associated with this feature. Near the Bahamas and in the southwest North Atlantic waters, still we have some fresh to strong force winds. All this is combining to produce a large area of rough to very rough seas over the central Atlantic and southwest North Atlantic waters. By the middle of the week, we have that the frontal boundary over the central Atlantic has weakened, now it's dissipating. Another thing to notice is that the pressure gradient in the Caribbean Sea has tightened, and that's going to allow for fresh to locally strong force winds in the basin. Especially strongest winds are going to be found south of the Dominican Republic of Cabo Beata and in the south central Caribbean Sea. We still have some fresh to strong easterly winds in the central Atlantic and southwest North Atlantic, especially off northern Hispaniola and northern Puerto Rico. And that's all that is going to combine to allow for a large area of swell generating seas up to 12 feet in this region. And we also see here the seas increasing in the Caribbean Sea. By Thursday, we have that the frontal boundary is going to allow for a low pressure to start developing. And as you can see, strong winds are going to be developing just north of the low. We have to keep an eye on it because, it may be producing some gale force winds later this week. However, most of those winds are likely, especially the strongest, are going to be north of our area in the OPC waters. We still have some fresh to strong easterly winds in the central Atlantic and also some locally strong winds in the south central Caribbean Sea. When it comes to seas, we see still that a large area of the Atlantic, especially the central and southwest North Atlantic, are going to be affected by seas up to 13 feet. And by Friday, we have the area of low pressure. The system is going to be weakening at that point. However, there may be still some fresh to strong force winds associated with this system, especially on the northern side, as we can see here depicted. Everywhere else, as you can see, the pressure gradient is pretty relaxed, so winds are going to be moderate or less. And when it comes to seas up to 14 feet associated with that low pressure area. And everybody else is basically, maybe there's some rough seas north of or northeast of the islands in the central Atlantic. So in summary, we have some strong northeast winds and rough seas in the southwest North Atlantic. Those are going to continue into midweek. Elsewhere, we have fresh to strong north-northeast winds and rough to very rough seas in the central Atlantic into late week. And as I just mentioned, an area of low pressure may form in the central Atlantic, likely early Thursday, and bring strong to possible gale force winds and rough to very rough seas Thursday into Friday. We have to keep an eye on that as this is a developing situation. For the latest, please go to hurricanes.gov/marine, and the next briefing is going to be on Thursday, December 19, around 5 p.m. Thank you and have a great day.